Hey guys! Welcome to another episode of Bible Q&A. Today we're discussing, can you win the war of lust? Yeah, but this question is a little vague. Let's take several Bible stories, some about the lust for money and others about the lust for sex, and generate some questions we can ask ourselves when such temptations arise. For example, when I read Genesis 27, the story about Jacob and Esau, I wonder, why couldn't Esau just wait to get a meal from his mother or something? Or try to negotiate a better price with Jacob? Why couldn't he be patient? Patience is really important for Christians because it not only allows us to get physical riches, but it also allows us to get true riches, like eternal life. That's why Jesus told us, "In your patience possess ye your souls." Luke chapter 21 verse 19. Wisdom is also apparently more valuable than rubies, according to Proverbs chapter 8 verses 10 to 11, and Job showed us that it takes a long time to acquire. He said, "With the ancient is wisdom, and in length of days understanding." Job chapter 12 verse 12. The story of Esau also makes me ask another question. What birthright are we selling in our time by chasing after money? Gehazi sold his relationship with Elisha for 2 talents of silver in 2 Kings chapter 5 verses 22 to 23, because by becoming leprous, he was too unclean to do that kind of work Elisha was doing, according to Leviticus chapter 14 verse 2. Are we selling our relationship with God for money, working for mammon instead of working for God, according to Matthew chapter 6 verse 24? And of course there's Achan, who literally sold his soul for jewelry, because he was killed for taking property from Ai that was supposed to be destroyed, according to Joshua chapter 7. That's another thing. That stuff belonged to God, according to Joshua chapter 6 verse 19. Why did Achan take it? Didn't he have enough stuff already? But it isn't just poor peasants who do stuff like this. David already had plenty of wives, according to 2 Samuel chapter 12 verse 8, but he just had to sleep with someone else's as well. If David thought about it a little more, and had a little more empathy, he'd realize it's just cruel to just destroy someone's relationship when he can easily just marry whoever he wants. The thing is, God blesses a lot of people with great spouses, according to Proverbs chapter 19 verse 14. And he makes sure his followers can sustain themselves, according to Hebrews chapter 13 verse 5. So let's leave other people's stuff alone and focus on enjoying our own. Then there's sex. There's a story about one of the patriarchs that makes me sigh at the hypocrisy of some men sometimes. Judah has the audacity to sleep with a prostitute in Genesis chapter 38 verses 14 to 19, and then 3 months later, he wants his daughter-in-law burned for being a prostitute. Who's going to be servicing people like you, huh? And to make matters worse, he calls the whole thing off because he realizes that the prostitute he slept with is actually that same daughter-in-law, and the child she's pregnant with is his. So it's okay for you to sleep with other people's daughters, and your son's wife, for goodness sake, but not for your daughter-in-law to sleep with someone else? Really? Ask yourself those kinds of questions. Would you want your daughter to have a child out of wedlock? Would you want your spouse to sneak out and sleep with someone else? Would you want your son to sleep with women and run? Then why would you do that to anyone else? Now, you know what we've been doing right now? We've been reflecting. We've been thinking about what lust does to us and to other people. Because lust is just a super fast sports car, and our reflection is the brake. We want to make sure that this car doesn't take us somewhere we don't want to go, or make us crash into a wall. So we use the brake to slow ourselves down. Instead of being overly lustful, we should live soberly, righteously, and godly in this present world, according to Titus chapter 2 verse 12. You know what else can slow us down? The price tag. Supercars are expensive. Toyotas are cheap. So maybe we're okay with our modest income and the spouse we're already married to. Maybe we don't want to spend so much time making so much money. Maybe we don't want to just go sleeping around with 50 people. Maybe we understand that godliness with contentment is great gain, according to 1 Timothy chapter 6 verse 6. Maybe we just want to sit back, enjoy what we've already got, and not rush to get that brand new sports car. We'll make sure that it doesn't drive us down a path we don't want to go on, like the Broadway described in Matthew chapter 7 verse 13. And that is where I'm going to stop with this Bible Q&A. Like, subscribe, and share this video with others. Goodbye, everyone!